In this video, we're going to look at using a Photometrics Prime sCMOS camera inside Olympus Cellsens. To start with, we'll quickly have a look at some of the features of the Prime sCMOS camera. Here it is inside Cellsens. This is a 4.2 megapixel camera with a 2048 by 2048 resolution. With a 6.5 micron pixel, that means we have a diagonal of about 18.8 millimeters, meaning you have a very large field of view. It's got a large full well, 30,000 electrons, and this is a 16-bit image, so it goes up to around 65,000 in grey levels, so you get a lot of dynamic range. It's a very sensitive camera with a peak quantum efficiency of around 75% and a low read noise of only around 1.3 electrons. So to start with some basic controls, setting the exposure time, that's done on the left hand side here. If you've got a fixed sample and can afford to illuminate for a long time, let's look at 200 milliseconds, get a nice clear picture. Or if you've got something fast moving, say, you want to use a shorter exposure time, say 2 milliseconds, when things are less clear but you will capture motion. Next we'll look at binning, which in Cellsens you can control your live view binning and your snapshot binning independently, meaning that if you're having to use a long exposure time, say, and you want to look around your sample a bit faster during the live view, you can put on 2x2 binning and speed things up a bit while you look around your sample. Next we'll have a look at taking movies. And in Cellsens, this is very simple. We just need to check this box, movie recording, and we'll be in movie mode. So if we start an acquisition, the first thing you need to do to see what you're doing is go into auto contrast mode, and now we have our image again. So let's have a quick look around the sample. So if we stop this, to see what frame rate we've recorded at, we need to right click on the image and go Properties. Here where it says T spacing, this gives our time between frames, which in this case is 33 milliseconds, meaning we're at 30 frames a second. The Prime sCMOS runs at 30 frames a second on USB, or 100 frames a second full frame with the included PCI Express card. Let's have a look now at one of the advanced features of the Prime camera, PrimeEnhance. This is our denoising algorithm. Here we have an image with PrimeEnhance at a very low exposure time, only half a millisecond. Here PrimeEnhance is enabled. If we take a snapshot of this, we can compare it to if we don't have PrimeEnhance enabled. So here the image has got instantly a bit grainier, a bit less contrast. So if we take a snapshot, we can more easily compare the two. So you can see there's a real clear difference between these in terms of the image quality that we get, even at such a low exposure time. To quickly get a handle on how much we've increased the contrast, we can increase the exposure time and see whether we can make an equivalent image. So if we compare here the 2 millisecond exposure to our PrimeEnhance image at half a millisecond, you see that they're pretty comparable in terms of the image quality. This becomes even clearer if we increase the exposure time and have a look at a line profile. So here if we go up to 10 milliseconds and activate the line profile option just here, this will automatically draw one for us, but let's get it on a bit better of a structure. So if we move this onto this part of the image, you can see we've got a nice peak. Now, you see there's a fair amount of noise, a huge amount of variation in the line profile here. Whereas if we turn PrimeEnhance on, deactivate this fast mode that crops the image, here we have a much smoother peak. And PrimeEnhance preserves all your intensity information, it preserves the height of your peaks and your troughs. It just removes some of this noise and you get a clearer image. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact Photometrics. Thank you.